What's up, everybody? Today we're gonna demo this bathroom. It's about to get crazy. Woo! Let's go ahead and knock out this bathroom because we gotta renovate it like pretty quick.
Let's get it!
This is the bathroom that we are starting out with. Now, the shower was blue and green, and then the toilet is blue. This vanity, it was definitely a little bit older and kind of falling apart at the top, and also had a little bit of water damage, but we're gonna get to that later. And of course, you know, guys, there's plenty of wallpaper to go around in this house. So first things first, we took off the door. You'll also notice, besides Dustin popping his booty in that clip, that we have a air purifier running, and we also put plastic like all over our bedroom so that we didn't get any of the renovation dust anywhere. Now, I highly recommend having an air purifier whenever you're doing demo or any renovation, even if you're just painting. They're not too expensive, and there is a lot of particles and different things that get in the air, so I just highly recommend always having one on hand and using it. We're also wearing masks because we knew that there was a leak underneath this sink that had broke out like just a few days before, and we just wanted to be like extra safe. So I took off the doors and everything, and then Dustin turned off the water. Let me tell you guys, if you've ever turned off the water and disconnected the plumbing under an old sink, you know it smells so bad. So that was really fun. And then basically I was just trying to get the top off, and then I wanted to hit it with the hammer. And I'm not very strong, but it was fun. With older vanities like this, it's easier to just take them out piece by piece. So that's what we did. Sometimes there's also like screws and stuff, and so we undid those. Now, as you can see, the back piece was put on, and then plumbing fittings were put on over top of that, so I can't just slide that back piece off. Normally, you know, it's not like that, but both of the vanities in our house were like that. So we use some flooring scissors to just cut that like little thin back piece. Now, you could use a multi-tool. I just try to keep the power tools away from the plumbing because plumbing is not my specialty. Now it's time to take out the toilet, and this is a little Crustini on the track specialty, okay? He slays a toilet, taking them out and putting them in, because you know I'm not going to do it. So shout out, Bread's in the chat for Crustin. Anyway, basically you take all the water out of the back, like you flush it a few times before you turn the water off, you flush it a few times, and then you take the rest of the water out with like a sponge or a cup from the back. You remove the back, and then you loosen the little bolts on the floor, and you get the bowl out. I recommend having a like durable trash bag that you can put it right into so that you don't carry poopy water throughout your entire house. Then you have to plug the little hole up so none of the gases get out into your house while there's no toilet on it. Then I went around and I took off all of the shoe molding, and it was time to get rid of this shower. So first things first, we took off the doors, unscrewed the little frame, and like just cut around all of the edge and the caulking. Now, we hadn't had a shower that had a top piece before, so we thought maybe we could get that out first and then see what we were working with. But that didn't quite work out, so I got my multi-tool out and I basically cut like an inch out. And this is because these are screwed into studs, and then drywall goes over them. So I basically just like took the drywall off so that we could unscrew it. And then first thing was first, we took the top out. We did end up needing to cut it. We actually, during this process, we have two multi-tools, and thank goodness, because one of them just like died on us. It wouldn't work anymore, but we have had it for a long time, so I can't really complain. Then we had to take the little like fixtures off and make sure that obviously like those were good to go. Also, I should have mentioned we turned the water off to the entire house because we didn't have direct lines to just the shower. We are not demolitioning this shower with the water on. That is a very important thing to note. And this is fiberglass, so Dustin's just cutting it into pieces with the multi-tool. Now, it's really important that you wear PPE with this. Honestly, little crusty and you probably should have been wearing long sleeves and long pants because fiberglass it has like really small particles that can get everywhere, and like you don't want to breathe that in. You don't want it on your skin. Trust me, it hurts, okay? Anyway, next day we went back and I just basically got all of the stuff off the floor. Now, one thing about me is I hate a renovation vacuum. I want to use a normal vacuum, which is probably not good for my vacuum, but anyway, somebody should definitely make a renovation vacuum that can like suck up spaghetti but still has a brush roll, because I'm telling you, I would drop money on that. Then it was time to take up the linoleum. Now, I'm not worried about this linoleum having like asbestos or anything like that because we tested the exact same one that was in the laundry room, so I know it was put in around the same time and that one came back negative, so we are good to go. Now there was some extra subfloor under it and it was like super sticky because that's what the linoleum was sticking to, and then I did have to take off like the old wax ring, and before I don't know why. I just could not get the subfloor up. I think I was going from the wrong direction at first. I was like, all right, I guess let's do this wallpaper border. And I don't have my Bissell Steam Shot anymore because it got recalled, which is what I took the other one off with. But it was like apparently burning people, and I was like, oh no, I don't want that. So I was like, I threw it away. I really wish I had a steamer though, because let me tell you, this was hard to get off, and I chipped the walls like everywhere. I'm not really sure what I'm going to end up doing about that, but it is what it is. I did have like a wet sponge, and that kind of helps because it was kind of like the same thing as a steamer, just like definitely not as good. And then I had this little scraper tool, and that you definitely need one of those if you're going to be getting off any wallpaper. Guys, when I'm buying my next house, please remind me that I don't like to be stuck in wallpaper purgatory, and that if it has a lot of wallpaper, I should maybe stay away. Unfortunately, most houses have a lot of wallpaper. But you know what? This one just had layers and layers literally everywhere. Like, this was behind the toilet, and that was so crusty, and they had definitely painted over it before, which, like, you can do, but you have to use a special paint and do it properly, and it just definitely wasn't done right here. Once I was done with that, I took up the subfloor, and as you can see, everything made a mess. I just decided to throw this out the window because that was the easiest way to get it outside and not track stuff all throughout my house. I cleaned up the floor and I pulled out the staples because I think there actually used to be that same green carpet that was in the rest of the house in this room before. And here's what the plan is. We're going to paint everything with paint I already have, put in a new shower pan, and then we're going to do tile the same as the kitchen and new tile on the floor. Then I'm going to put in a new shower head and everything. Obviously, we're gonna do a new toilet and this beautiful vanity that I got, and a new mirror and light fixture. Make sure you guys stay tuned for next week because we're gonna start putting this bathroom back together.